Today we're diving headfirst into a state that's bursting at the seams with natural wonders. We're talking canyons, arches, rock formations that'll blow your mind. I mean, seriously, this place is wild. We're about to embark on an epic journey through the top 10 most beautiful places in Utah. And trust me, you're going to want to add every single one of these destinations to your bucket list. We're talking about places that'll make you feel like you've stepped onto another planet. So buckle up, grab your hiking boots, and get ready for some serious wanderlust. Yo, what's up everybody? It's your man Sikandar Ali. This is Utah, baby. Let's do this thing. First up, we're hitting up Zion National Park, and let me tell you, this place is an absolute masterpiece. Towering sandstone cliffs, emerald pools, waterfalls cascading down sheer rock faces. It's like something straight out of an adventure movie. You gotta experience the Narrows, this slot canyon carved by the Virgin River. I'm talking wading through water, sometimes waist deep, with canyon walls soaring hundreds of feet above you. It's like walking through the veins of the earth, seriously awe-inspiring. And don't even get me started on Angel's Landing. This hike is not for the faint of heart, people. We're talking sheer drop-offs, narrow ridges, chains bolted into the rock to hold on to. But the views from the top? Let's just say they're worth every single drop of sweat. Next stop, Bryce Canyon. Now this place is different. Forget towering cliffs, we're talking hoodoos, thousands of them. These spire-shaped rock formations are like nothing you've ever seen. Imagine a sunset painting come to life. Fiery oranges, deep reds, vibrant yellows. It's like walking through a kaleidoscope of color. And the best part? There are trails for every skill level, so you can soak it all in, no matter your hiking experience. You can hike down into the amphitheater, get up close and personal with the hoodoos, or take a scenic drive along the rim, stopping at different viewpoints. Trust me, every angle is more breathtaking than the last. Alright, we're on to number 3, and guys, trust me, you're gonna want to add this to the list. Arches National Park. This place is like nowhere else on Earth, seriously. Imagine driving through this Mars-like landscape, red rock formations everywhere you look, and then bam, you see them. Over 2,000 natural sandstone arches, sculpted over millions of years by wind and water. It's mind-blowing. You've probably seen pictures of Delicate Arch, you know, the one that looks like a giant archway against the setting sun. It's even more impressive in person. And it's not just Delicate Arch. There's Landscape Arch, the longest in the park, so thin and delicate looking you wonder how it's still standing. And Double Arch, 2 arches connected at the base. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie. You can hike to a lot of these arches, get up close and personal, feel the energy of the place. But even just driving through the park, you're surrounded by these incredible formations. It's seriously like being on another planet. And you know what? That's what I love about Utah. It's full of surprises. So, Arches National Park, number 3 on our list, don't miss it. Number 4 on our Utah adventure brings us to Canyonlands National Park. And let me tell you, this place is massive. We're talking over 300,000 acres of canyons, mesas, and buttes carved out by the Colorado River. It's like the Grand Canyon's cooler, less crowded cousin. And the best part? Canyonlands is split into 3 districts, each with its own unique vibe. We're gonna focus on Island in the Sky, the most accessible and arguably the most stunning. Imagine this. You're standing on a mesa, thousands of feet above the canyon floor, the Colorado River snaking its way through the landscape below. It's breathtaking. You can hike to Mesa Arch, probably one of the most photographed arches in the world, and for good reason. The way it frames the landscape is just unreal. Then there's the Grand Viewpoint Trail, an easy walk with jaw-dropping panoramic views of the canyons. Seriously, you can see for miles. Canyonlands is all about perspective. You feel the immensity of the landscape, the power of nature, and your place in it all. It's humbling, it's inspiring, and it's definitely worth adding to your Utah itinerary. Alright guys, buckle up, because we're heading to a place that's basically become synonymous with the American West, Monument Valley. You know what I'm talking about, right? Those iconic sandstone buttes, rising hundreds of feet from the desert floor, that you've seen in countless westerns. This is it. The real deal. Monument Valley is actually part of the Navajo Nation Reservation, and driving through this landscape, you can't help but feel a sense of awe and respect for the people who have called this place home for centuries. It's their land, their history, and their stories that make this place so special. Now, you can explore Monument Valley on your own. There's a 17-mile scenic drive that takes you past some of the most iconic formations like the Mittens and Merrick Butte. But if you want to get the most out of your experience, I highly recommend taking a guided tour with a Navajo guide. They'll take you to hidden spots, share stories and legends of the valley, and give you a deeper understanding of the Navajo culture. Trust me, it's worth every penny. This place is more than just a pretty picture. It's a living, breathing testament to the power of nature and the resilience of the human spirit. You gotta see it to believe it. Alright, we're more than halfway through this Utah adventure, and trust me, the hits just keep coming. Next up is Capitol Reef National Park, a hidden gem that'll make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Seriously, this place is like a time capsule, full of history, stunning landscapes, and even fruit orchards. First things first, the drive into Capitol Reef is an experience in itself. Picture this. You're cruising down a scenic byway, towering cliffs on one side, a lush green valley on the other. It's the kind of drive that makes you want to roll down the windows, crank some tunes, and just soak it all in. And speaking of soaking it in, Capitol Reef is a hiker's paradise. From easygoing trails through orchards to challenging climbs with breathtaking views, there's something for everyone. You can explore narrow canyons, hike to ancient petroglyphs, or even climb to the top of Hickman Bridge, a natural arch that'll blow your mind. But here's the thing that really sets Capitol Reef apart: the fruit. Yep, you heard that right. This park is home to orchards planted by pioneers over a century ago, and you can actually pick and eat the fruit. Peaches, apples, cherries, apricots. It's a fruit lover's dream come true. Just make sure you grab a permit first. Gotta respect the rules, you know? Hey. Next stop on our Utah adventure takes us to a place unlike any other: the Great Salt Lake. This massive inland sea is like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, with its salty waters, unique wildlife, and stunning sunsets. Trust me, you've never seen anything quite like it. Now I know what you're thinking. A saltwater lake in the middle of the desert? That's gotta be weird, right? And you're not wrong. The salinity of the Great Salt Lake is so high that you can actually float on your back without even trying. It's like magic, but with science. But the Great Salt Lake isn't just about floating around. It's also a crucial habitat for migratory birds, and you can spot some incredible species here, like pelicans, egrets, and even bald eagles. It's a birdwatcher's paradise, and even if you're not a bird nerd, you can't help but be amazed by the sheer number and variety of birds that call this place home. And then there's the history. The Great Salt Lake has played a vital role in Utah's history, from the early pioneers to the present day. You can explore historic sites like Saltaire, a once thriving resort town that now stands as a ghostly reminder of the lake's fluctuating water levels. It's a fascinating and slightly eerie experience, like stepping back in time and witnessing the power of nature firsthand. Hold on to your helmets, folks, because we're about to hit the slopes. Well, not literally, but we are heading to Park City, Utah's premier mountain destination. This place is a year-round playground, whether you're a hardcore skier, a casual snowboarder, or just someone who enjoys breathtaking mountain views and charming town vibes. Let's start with the obvious. Park City is a skier's paradise. Home to world-class resorts like Park City Mountain and Deer Valley, this place boasts over 7,300 acres of skiable terrain, with runs for every skill level. Whether you're shredding the gnar on double black diamonds or taking it easy on the bunny slopes, Park City's got you covered. But Park City isn't just about winter sports. In the summer, the mountains transform into a hiker's and mountain biker's dream. with miles of trails winding through alpine meadows and forests. You can rent a bike, hop on a lift, and experience the thrill of downhill mountain biking, or take a leisurely hike and soak in the stunning views. And when you're done exploring the great outdoors, Park City's charming Main Street awaits. This historic district is lined with art galleries, boutiques, and restaurants, making it the perfect place to unwind after a day on the slopes or trails. You can grab a bite to eat, browse for souvenirs, or just soak up the lively atmosphere. Alright, we're cruising into number 9 on our Utah expedition, and trust me, this one's a jaw-dropper. Dead Horse Point State Park. The name's a bit grim, yeah, but the view is anything but. Imagine this. You're perched on a cliff, 2,000 feet straight up, staring down at a gooseneck of the Colorado River carving its way through the canyon. It's like the Grand Canyon's cooler, slightly less crowded little brother. Legend has it, and yeah, legends are always a little shaky, that cowboys used this point to corral wild mustangs. Problem was, sometimes they'd forget about the horses, leaving them stranded with no escape. Hence the morbid name. But hey, let's focus on the living, yeah? Sunrise, sunset, midday, doesn't matter. This place is pure magic any time of day. Hiking trails snake through the park, offering up views that'll make you question if you've somehow stepped into a painting. And if you're feeling really adventurous, pack a tent. Camping under the stars here, with that kind of silence and that kind of view, talk about an experience. Dead Horse Point might not be as famous as some of Utah's other heavy hitters, but trust me, it deserves a spot on your must-see list. Last but not least, number 10 on our Utah adventure throws us a curveball. We're ditching the red rocks and canyons for something completely different. Antelope Island State Park. This place is like stepping onto another planet. Seriously. We're talking about the largest island in the Great Salt Lake, a place where bison outnumber people and the landscape feels almost lunar. You heard me right, bison. These guys roam free on the island, along with pronghorn antelope, mule deer, and a whole flock of birds. It's like a safari, but instead of the African savanna, you've got salt flats and mountains in the distance. Now, about that lake. It's salty, like really salty. You can actually float in it, no effort required. Just don't shave right before you go for a dip, trust me on that one. Besides the wildlife and the buoyant water, Antelope Island has some killer hiking trails, horseback riding, and even beaches. Yeah, beaches in Utah, who knew? So if you're looking for something off the beaten path, a little bit weird and totally unforgettable, add Antelope Island to your itinerary. It's a side of Utah you won't find on those postcards, and that's what makes it so special. So, there you have it. Our whirlwind tour of the top 10 most beautiful places in Utah. From the towering cliffs of Zion to the otherworldly landscapes of Antelope Island, this state is a freaking masterpiece. I know, I probably missed a few spots. Utah's beauty is endless, and 10 spots just don't do it justice. So tell me, what are your favorite places in Utah? Hit me up in the comments below. Let's keep this adventure going. And hey, if you dug this video, do me a solid and smash that subscribe button. It helps me out more than you know. Until next time, peace out.